Oh, today starting off one of those really, feels like a really tough time just in the job in general. God, it's a stressful time at the minute. It really, really is. Just working through the sheer mass and volume of shipments, outbounds more than anything. Fish incoming, always throw it into the mix. Yeah, obviously we're as a team just developing new systems, getting into new flows, and it really feels like everyone's struggling to get their head above water. But worst of all, for the past week now, my parent fish, my future parent fish in Japan, has been struggling with life, literally. Been monitoring, I've been in daily contact with Fujo and the guys at NND, but yeah, just very quickly, apparently she'd had some white spot which they medicated and dealt with, and just from there she'd randomly sort of gone massively downhill, a bit listless, really rapid gill movement, really quite concerning. Even just picking up the tone of the guys, I was becoming more and more concerned. Having seen the videos, luckily today, or the past 2 days, it seems like there's been some improvement in her. But my trip that was supposed to happen this weekend is going to be postponed now for 3 weeks. There's no way, even if she reached some kind of decent condition by the weekend, next week's spawning schedule, there's just no way that could happen. There's a good chance that the process alone of spawning will just tip her over the edge. So postpone it for 3 weeks, and even at that period we've got to assess it, and it might end up not actually happening this year, which is incredibly sad. However, I do accept it's all part of the game. Not everything goes to plan. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, mind, that we do get there. Having seen the progress now, 3 weeks is a long way off and a hell of a lot can happen. So all being well, that can still continue. Luckily I kept my schedule flexible on that one. My usual thing of not booking a flight till the last minute's actually served me well right now. But yeah, it's tough. It's really, really tough, and we're going to get to it. I think content's been a big thing on my mind as well. I feel like we're not 100% hitting it right with the channel at the minute. So I've been drafting out some new ideas, and we're hopefully going to get to that. We're going to sign off on the documentary this week as well and get all that set. It's finally at that point. It's been a big project taking up a lot of time, so it'd be good to move on from that as well. And then yeah, got here this morning. And yeah, on top of the checks, usual checks, I've just come down. This is the Sakai pond that's got the NND DKs in at the moment. And I've got an absolutely top draw Kohaku here. So I PP'd this pond yesterday, pretty strong. You might just be able to see that lovely Marathon Kohaku has decided to take a right old lump out of its head. Oh my god, I am fucking fuming. Literally one of the top pieces. Now, I'm going to have a look in a bit more detail. That can recover, it's young enough, but it looks mighty deep, which is concerning me. Oh, honestly, what a game. And then it just on top of that, it feels like every minute there's a UV breaking, there's a bottom drain coming off something. You turn around and another batch of fish has gone. My salt tester wasn't calibrated properly, so I've had a few batches of fish sitting in salt that was too high, and it's caused a few issues. Some game, I tell you, but these are the times of year you've just got to dig deep and soldier through. Obviously we've just had a new shipment in as well. They look in a bit of a rocky phase, so I'm going to investigate them today. Wow. And on top of all that, guys, the event due to be this weekend, we're going to have to cancel that as well, unfortunately. It's just been, we've not managed to get all of the batches out because of the lack of pond space, and what I've got out didn't react too well to the moves, so I haven't managed to get the temperature down. And in order to do that successfully, those fish need to be comfortable at ambient temperatures, because the stress of the move there, people purchasing them, taking them back, all that, and all being at ambient temperatures, was a recipe for disaster. So what I've decided to do is actually cancel the physical part of it, and we're going to be rolling the sales of all those batches out over the website and our WhatsApp group. I think it's a lot safer way. That way I can work on the schedule of the fish rather than trying to force it into something that we're doing. Other than that, let's get back to a bit more positivity. I just wanted to share all that because I just never at any point want anybody thinking that this shit's just straightforward. It's a fish farm, there's a hell of a lot of ponds, there's a hell of a lot of fish. You've got to be on it so much to keep it all ticking over and keep it to the standards that I expect. But content wise, one of the big things I'm coming back to this year, and I'm starting today, I'm going to include a little snippet in this video, but they'll have their own full video. Every batch of fish that I'm growing on this year, we're going to get back to those original progress videos all throughout. So at every selection that I do, we're going to share it right to the very end, because there's some cool batches this year. Nishikigoi, golden corns, plenty more. So yeah, it's going to be nice. Then it'll give us a load of footage at the end to have a play around with as well. But for now, I'll just show you what repair was being done yesterday. Then I'm going to get on with my karashi selection. So this is one of the 3.5K ponds, and it had the bottom drain cover had come off completely. I couldn't do a lot with it, so the lads got that back on yesterday. Get that refilled. Then we're going to pull the chamber to pieces just to check that everything's all right in there, and then yeah, get this running again, because all those fish, I got them looking absolutely mint and settled, but they all had to get thrown in here next door. Not that they're looking too bad, mind. Very similar water conditions and everything anyway. So yeah, before I go though, two ponds that are looking mint. It's just pond space that's held these back. Me golden corn swamp, look. This had a UV failure as well, but that is clearing rapidly at the moment. Couple more days and I'll have full visibility on that again, but they are loving life. Took a bit of settling down as well, but they're there now. Can't wait to get stuck into them. And then this delightful pond of coda fish. We've also got a nice selection coming from. Hopefully I'm going to get them outside into their new home today as well. So first job, I cleared this out yesterday. See, it's one of the outdoor ponds in the new roofless building. Fucking hell, we will get to that. What I've had to do, unfortunately, that whole pond here, so this is going to have some PP today, just because we've now had to mix 3 batches of fish. I think 3 ponds full of fish. That entire pond is just one of the crazy ass salt ponds that we've got up here. So I'm using that PP as just a preventative. All them movements, you can pick 1 or 2 flukes up, and I've been having big success using PP that recently, albeit under very strict management, because it's been quite lively dosing. Honestly, when you do get that dosing right with PP, it's phenomenal stuff, but you really can, yeah, got to be careful, very careful. So that's that one. So yeah, that pond here, you can see now at 24, that's up to temperature. That's just this amazing thing that new system's enabled us to do. We used to have to pump all this water out, move all the other stuff in. So I'm just going to check the salt level first of all. See that Koi Medic salt pen, the only digital tester I've got any time for. 0.21 in there, so we'll go and see what it is in the pond inside. And the next pond I'm waiting for is this one, number 25. This had a UV. I can't remember actually if it was a malfunction or actually someone had just turned it off. Brilliant, isn't it? So I desperately need this for Tosai. I think that's likely going to be to get the batch of golden corn out. Look at that goshki there. So yeah, I'm just waiting for it to clear up enough to net them up and actually get the other fish out. And I actually need to cool that down at the same time, come to think of it. I did a bit yesterday, so I'll take another degree off that. Right, let's go and test the salt inside. Honestly, walking past that Sakai pond right now, every time that is going to eat at me. So frustrating, especially when you've raised something as well. buying it is one thing. It's also, when you've raised it, you've got the hope, the dream of that potential and what it could become, and then bang. Just look at that. So yes, this crazy lot. I think this should actually be up a bit more, look, because I have recently, what I've been doing is, you might be able to notice a couple bigger saggies in here. Anyway, mixing fish have gone into the naive fish, which can trigger, it can trigger sleeping disease or any sort. It's over there, look. It's always something that stands out. Viral illness, stuff like that, so they can take a little bit of a lull. It's normal. These did, so I just increased the salt slightly, but not too high, and they've responded well to it. But the process now is going to be that, as well as bringing them out of the salt, I've got to bring them down in the temperature, and I don't want to do both too quickly. You can see where the delays have come from now. It's fun stuff, this. Tosai, honestly. Yeah, they're awesome. They're my favourite thing ever. But my God, can they be hard work. Especially until they're settled. Then after that, it's going to be these karashi. Honestly, it blows my mind when you see just how quickly and effortlessly these things grow. And it's Marido karashi. They're just unhinged when it comes to growth. There's nothing stopping them. We had a few pieces released just recently. They went down really well. There'll be a bigger scoop coming on these that will go out by via the website now, and they will be introduced in here. This is a stock holding pond, quite decent. It's about one of the 750s when they're full. I've got the level down at the minute for putting new fish in, but temperature's up. The fish in here have had a bump up in temperature while we get that sorted, and then we'll let them mix. They'll probably get a bit pissed off for a couple of days. Then we'll cool them down and get the whole lot prepped for sale and listing. So right now, I'm going to equalise the salt as best I can. Match the temperature, keep that equal. And then what I will eventually do is, likelihood is, I'll wean the salt out and very, very slowly drop the temperature. If I can wean the salt out, just obviously filling the pond up quite easily. Got to be gradual, otherwise I'll just set them back. One last time before I stick the net in. It is mesmerising. Actually 1,000 pieces in here altogether. They're just like this continuously. So just realised I was getting into the habit of doing what I normally do and forgetting to get my phone out and film. So see them all netted up. It'll take a little while, but I've got the net there. So this is all stuff that's actually fulfilling wholesale orders that we've got. There's going to be about 800 of them come out, and then my allocation of fish I'll grow on for a bit longer. So yeah, good fun. It's always a lot of different varieties, so it's always testing. Keeps your eye in the game, I suppose. Such a great mix he does. Think one guy produces all this pretty much on his own. It's mental. So that is job done. What a killer mix of fish that is. Remarkable. Plenty of nice arawakis in there as well, going out all over the place. Always a popular one. And yeah, I've got some variety tucked away in there. There's absolutely all kinds of stuff. Look at that little thing. Oh, it's evaded me. That was a Ginrin. What's there, look? Kageishiro Utsuri. Loads of these mega little Deutsch Ginrin Goshkis. Love it. So condition is a little bit down at the minute. We've been mixing them and doing them, so we'll work on that. We had a drum failure as well, so that had a load of fresh water, which probably hasn't helped. So yeah, they'll go back in there now. 3.5k pond. That is not their forever home. It's just for now, because this pond is going to be the 2025 Sakai pond. Just need to get the fish here for that. So until then, they'll basically keep that ticking over, and I'll decide what I'm doing with those after. Oh, it's hot today. Anyway, balls up again. Just realised that somehow, I swear I turned it off. Matt might have turned it back on yesterday when he was doing filters. The Nishikigoi been on the food today, so they cannot be netted and selected through. I've just turned that off. I'll be able to do that tomorrow. Yeah, screwed me up a little bit, that one. So time to pivot. Come up with another plan. Likelihood is now I'm going to catch up on a bit of husbandry stuff. The new fish are behaving a bit strange, so I'm going to go and do some scrapes on those, see where they're at. And other than that, as soon as the team are ready, time for a sit down as we plan out the next phase. Growing ponds this year, we're going to do a lot of documentation, pictures, sizes, and possibly even weights before they actually start growing. Everything's just kind of in tick over at the moment, so that is something I'd like to do, just how we achieve that and get it done. So I'm sure we'll figure out, and then of course we need to sell a few fish in amongst it all as well. So yeah, for now I'm going to sign off on that one. Apologies again about the Tosai event. We have to be nimble and as flexible as possible with livestock, as is also shown with my fish in Japan and the spawning. You saw how kind of, struggled to get myself too excited about it, or let me feel the excitement, should I say. And rightly so. This is a very volatile livestock, so much at play all the time, but we always do our best and make every decision based on what's best for the fish and nothing else. Thanks for watching, guys. Be back with more updates soon.